Have you ever noticed how when you're stressed out, your breath gets all short and choppy, but when you're relaxed, it gets long and deep? Well, that is no accident. Today, we're diving into the ancient yogic practice of pranayama. These are powerful breathing techniques that are literally designed to give you conscious control over how you feel. So let's get into it.
So what even is pranayama? Well, it's way more than just breathing. It's actually the fourth of the 8 limbs of yoga. And the word itself, it's from Sanskrit. You've got prana, which means your vital life force energy, and yama, which means to gain control. So think of these not as just exercises, but as real practices to direct and expand your energy, getting you ready for deeper meditation and awareness.
And this, right here, is the main event. This is the core idea for everything we're about to cover. It's all built on this one incredibly powerful principle. The state of your mind and your body are completely tied to the rhythm of your breath. If you can consciously change how you breathe, you can directly change how you feel. It's that simple.
All right, so where do we start? Let's kick things off with a foundational practice. This one is all about bringing your whole system back into harmony. We're going to call this one the Great Balancer.
This is Nadi Shodhana, and you've probably heard of it as alternate nostril breathing. It's one of the most famous pranayama techniques out there. So in Sanskrit, Nadi means channel, like the subtle energy pathways running through your body. And Shodhana, that means purification. So you're literally doing a channel purification, clearing everything out to bring your mind into a perfect state of balance.
And wow, look at these benefits. It's not just about calming you down. What's really cool is how it works to balance the left and right hemispheres of your brain. That's your logical, analytical side getting in sync with your creative, intuitive side. And that's the secret sauce. It's why you can feel both totally calm and super alert after doing it. What a combo.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? First, sit up nice and straight. You'll make what's called the Vishnu Mudra with your right hand. Just fold down your index and middle fingers. Now, use your thumb to close your right nostril and breathe out completely through your left. Good. Now breathe in deep through that same left nostril. Then you switch. Close the left nostril with your ring and pinky fingers and breathe out through the right. Then breathe in through the right. That's one full round. It feels a little weird at first, but it quickly turns into this really nice meditative rhythm.
Next up, let's look at a couple of techniques that are perfect for those moments when you need to hit the brakes on stress or anxiety, like right now.
And for that, we have Brahmari Pranayama, which is way more fun to call the humming bee breath. The name comes from a black Indian bee, and yeah, you guessed it, you make a humming sound. And trust me, this isn't just for fun. The vibration has this powerful, almost instant calming effect on your entire nervous system. It's wild.
Just look at that first point. Instant relief. This is your go-to when you're feeling agitated, frustrated, or just plain angry. The vibrations from the humming literally soothe the nerves, especially around your head and forehead. That's why it can even help with things like migraines and high blood pressure. It's pretty amazing.
And the best part? It's so simple. Just sit up straight, close your eyes, and place your index fingers on that little cartilage flap on your ears. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, gently press the cartilage and just hum like a bee. That's it. Seriously, just 3 or 4 rounds of that can completely shift your state of mind.
All right, next up is a breath you might have actually heard in a yoga class, Ujjayi Pranayama. It has 2 awesome names, Victorious Breath because of how it builds confidence, and Ocean Breath because of the sound it makes. You create this sound by just slightly constricting the back of your throat, which makes this soft, whispery sound, just like ocean waves.
Now, Ujjayi has this really unique dual effect. On one hand, it builds internal heat in your body, which helps release physical tension and make stretching safer. But at the same time, that rhythmic, oceanic sound is incredibly calming for your mind. It helps you stay focused, so it's both energizing and relaxing. Pretty cool, right?
And that brings us to a fascinating idea. What if you could use your breath like a thermostat for your body? Well, you can. These next 2 techniques show you exactly how to either heat yourself up or cool yourself down, just by breathing. First, let's turn up the heat with Surya Badana. Surya is the Sanskrit word for sun. This practice is all about activating the body's solar energy channel, which is linked to the right nostril and our active, fiery side. Basically, this is the breath you do when you need to build heat and energy.
The pattern here is everything. You always breathe in through the right nostril and you always breathe out through the left. By focusing all your inhalation on this sun channel, you're stimulating your sympathetic nervous system, giving yourself a totally natural boost of energy. Think of it as your body's own internal cup of coffee.
Okay, now let's do the exact opposite. If you're feeling overheated or maybe a little irritable, you've got Shitali Pranayama, the cooling breath. This one is really unique because you don't use your nostrils to breathe in. Yeah, you heard that right. You use your tongue.
So you curl your tongue into a little tube, like a taco, and you breathe in through it, almost like you're sipping through a straw. As the air passes over your moist tongue, it cools down a ton. Then you just bring your tongue back in and breathe out normally through your nose. The cooling effect is instant. It's perfect for a hot day or after a tough workout.
And here they are, side by side. It's a perfect picture of duality. Surya Badana kicks on your fight or flight system to warm you up. Sitali kicks on your rest and digest system to cool you down. Two totally opposite effects, and you control them completely with your breath.
So far, we've talked all about the inhales and the exhales. But what about that little pause in between? A lot of these techniques involve holding your breath, and the science behind why that's so incredibly powerful is what we're looking at next. I mean, it sounds a little backward, doesn't it? How could not breathing actually be good for you? Well, the real magic is in what that short, controlled pause triggers inside our bodies. In yoga, holding the breath is called kumbhaka. Now, in modern science, this creates a state called intermittent hypoxia, a short, controlled dip in your oxygen levels. I know, that sounds kind of scary, but when it's done consciously like this, it acts as a good kind of stress on the body, and it unlocks some truly incredible benefits.
And this is where it gets really, really cool. That brief lack of oxygen forces a huge surge of oxygen from your blood straight into your tissues, completely saturating them. It is literally like having your own built-in hyperbaric oxygen chamber. Research even suggests this can boost neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself, and even kick up stem cell and nitric oxide production.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground here. Balancers, calmers, heaters, coolers. So how do you actually put all this to use in your daily life? Let's bundle it all up into a simple, practical toolkit.
This right here is your cheat sheet. This is your practical takeaway. Feeling scattered and stressed out? Try some Nadi Shodhana for balance. Feeling angry or agitated? The humming bee breath will give you instant calm. Hitting that afternoon slump? A few rounds of the sun breath will wake you right up. When you know what each breath does, you can pick the right tool for any situation, anytime. We'll end on this thought. The quality of your breath is the quality of your life. I mean, think about it. Our breath is with us from our first moment to our last. It's this powerful tool that's totally free and always available. So the question to leave you with is, how can you start using it to consciously shape the quality of your moments and ultimately your life?